Jeffrey Epstein in a bathtub, questionable objects, a lot of powerful figures, and redacted faces. We are breaking down every major photo in the latest materials release from the House Oversight Committee as they investigate the deceased financier and sex offender. And we are going to explain why each photo matters and what its context is in the larger overall story. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so you might have seen the news that Democrats from the House Oversight Committee released all of these photos regarding deceased sex offender and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Now, instead of just rushing out an episode on Friday when they were all released and say, oh, this is this, we said, let's take a minute, let's pause. Let's not only show all of these photos, but explain the context. Explain why they matter. What is it about? What does it mean? Why is it important? That is what we are going to do right now. Now, to be clear, these photos are not from the Department of Justice's release. You know how this is happening relatively soon. The DOJ has been ordered to release every Epstein file in their possession after Trump signed into law a bill requiring just that. We did an episode of Sidebar with CNN's Ellie Honig on what we can expect there. No, these photos that we're talking about today are from Epstein's estate that were released pursuant to a subpoena from the committee. In fact, to give you some context here is a press release from the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, the Democrats. Representative Robert Garcia, ranking member of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, released the following statement after the Oversight Committee received new photos from the Epstein estate. This latest production contains over 95,000 photos, including images of the wealthy and powerful men who spent time with Jeffrey Epstein. Images also included thousands of photographs of women and Epstein properties. Oversight Democrats are reviewing the full set of photos and will continue to release photos to the public in the days and weeks ahead. Now, this part's important. Committee Democrats are committed to protecting the identities of the survivors. Quote, it is time to end this White House cover-up and bring justice to the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and his powerful friends. These disturbing photos raise even more questions about Epstein and his relationships with some of the most powerful men in the world. We will not rest until the American people get the truth. The Department of Justice must release all the files now. So to be clear, I'm not going over 95,000 photos. That's not what's been released. There is a certain selection of photos that have been released. Why these have been selected to be released is interesting. And to think about this, there is no time frame of these photos, when they were taken, where they were taken, the context. We can kind of get a little bit of understanding about that. I'm going to do my best to explain it. But why these were selected, and without an explanation, can talk about that. But let's start going over them, and we got to start with the Trump of it all. So there is a photo of Donald